anything. So, all right, go ahead, boys. Yeah, go ahead.
Welcome to the Bunn Sons Paint Scheme Review Show, Throwback Edition. We're going to preview some of this year's throwbacks for Darlington and give our thoughts on them. Let's go.
Sounds like a great idea, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Stickers and Scuff channel. We have a lot to go over tonight. There's a lot of paint schemes. So instead of everybody giving their big spiel, what you're going to do is Riley, Owen, Graydon, and myself will all give it a grade between, what was it, Owen? A, B, C,
D, and F.
And an F. So this should be very interesting. Matthew Hall, thank you for tuning in. Nice to see you, Maddie. All right. Matt, as well, give your thoughts in the chat as well. We'd love to hear those from you. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the first race that's going to happen on tomorrow. I believe, right? Yeah, tomorrow. Holy crap.
Right.
So the Camping World Truck Series, and we're going to start with Haley Deegan and the throwback to Ford to GT's first endurance win in 1966 at Darlington. All right, let's start. We'll go my left to right. So we'll start with Owen.
I give it a B.
B.
Yeah, I also go with a B.
D.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
You know what's funny is I'm gonna agree with Graydon. I'm gonna mind you, the picture's not that great, so I can't really.
It doesn't really matter what the picture is. It's
a little boring for my taste.
I know we're not going to talk a lot, but like throwbacks to different disciplines don't really cut it for me. Of all the paint schemes in NASCAR's history, you go to somewhere else, it just doesn't sit well. So that's my spiel. That's it.
See how long that lasts. This one, for me, I was the D. I'm starting this one. This is an A+ right away.
Yeah.
Kevin Harvick.
Agreed.
Yeah. Or it's technically Ron Hornet A's, but what I love about this, boys, if you look at the sponsor.
Yeah, good right.
Good right. Like he made a play off of his name, which is actually very, very smart. Mm-hmm. So yeah, A+ for me. Graydon.
Oh, big time. Agreed. A+.
Yeah. Riley.
A+, and I like how the font's the same.
Yeah.
It's
and
perfect.
Which one?
A.
I think we're gonna go straight back with another A+ for me. Solid A+.
Big time.
Yeah. All right. Riley.
You guys have to put it in context to see what that's inspired by.
I have seen that truck before.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah. And it's a really good paint scheme. And I even like how the CMS is in the logo.
Yeah.
So that's why I give it an A. I give it a B. I like how closely replica they are together. I'm just not a fan of the paint scheme.
Okay. All right, Jordan Anderson. Let's start with Owen.
C.
Yeah. Riley.
Yeah. C.
Okay. Graydon.
C. Yeah, I'll give it a C.
In terms of interest for me, it's a D. I don't really find it that interesting. Again, we're not saying that we don't like the original schemes. We don't like Throwback Weekend. It's just there are some that are great, and then there are some that are,
Not.
Yeah, I mean, it was a simpler time in terms of paint schemes and actually painting the cars and stuff. But they could have done something. I don't like the. Yeah, sorry, I'm doing it again.
Now this one is not a throwback. Okay, so that's just a different one. So this is a throwback. All right, Riley, let's start with you on this one.
Something that I like is some teams it looks good on different, but I also like how it's the exact same number. It just makes it look
Yes.
that much better. So I like the paint scheme, but I'll give it a B.
B. All right. Graydon.
Yeah, B.
Yeah. And Owen.
I give it a B for the same reason as the 2 truck. Good replica, not a very good paint scheme.
Of all the Darrell Waltrip ones they could have picked.
Yes, exactly. There was a lot better ones.
He drove some better trucks than like the Tide when he drove the Tide truck for a race at Martinsville. I would have loved that, but I like the point with it being the same number. Now this obviously is in honor of Mike Stefanik, so that's an A+ right away for me. But
yeah, you got to give it I mean, it's still in the NASCAR family, and I mean, in Mike Stefanik, it's
a cool color too, actually.
Yeah, I will soften my stance. It is a little bit different discipline, but it's in the NASCAR family, so that's not so bad.
All right, Riley.
I'll give it B+.
B+, and Owen.
B.
B. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in an A because they could have done the number like the same, and they didn't.
Yeah, and like either gray.
That's not the 17 is not a throwback, but this one apparently is a throwback again.
Which is the same as last year's.
It's the same as last year, and I personally don't like it. So
no,
I'm giving this a D-. I don't find it interesting at all.
No.
Let's go Owen.
D+.
D+. Riley.
Like, it's not the worst paint scheme, so probably a C-.
C-. Okay. Great.
It's a solid D.
Yeah. Now I love this next one so much. A++++. I'm actually shocked it's running because I thought that somebody would have called an audible.
It is a little surprising, isn't it?
I think though, I don't think she has claim over anymore because I think she let the trademarks go. So
that could, yeah, right on. That's a solid A from me. A.
Yeah. All right, Owen.
A as well.
Riley.
I say B, and I just found out that it says Gander RV and Outdoor Truck Series on the logo.
That's just in the rendering. Yeah.
But B.
Actually?
Yeah. It says Gander RV and Outdoor Truck Series.
Where am I looking?
On the fender decal.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't even have the.
That's the attention to detail you get.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that. That's great.
This kid is like detail oriented to death.
The Jack Sprague, I loved this paint scheme back when it ran. I still love it. I think this is an A+ for both actually so far from Young's Motorsports are excellent. So
yes,
A+ for me. Great.
A+. I like it. I like everything, how it's all replicated perfectly. Very well done.
Riley.
A+.
Yeah, and Owen.
B-. He doesn't like the paint.
Wow. Okay. Right on. All right. This is going back pretty far. So this is Glenwood throwback for Zane Smith. Just because it's blank and I hate blank truck, I got to go with an F for the blank part. But for the scheme itself, I'll take a B on it. It's a throwback to this really, really old car. So, Owen.
B-.
B-. And Riley.
Yeah, I agree with you. Not a fan of the blank truck, but didn't Paul Menard also do a throwback to this car?
I believe he did one a couple of years ago. Very similar. Yes.
Yeah.
How do these kids remember this stuff, great?
I have no idea. I can't even remember what happened at the race last weekend. So
yeah, an F because of no
Yeah.
sponsors.
And what about you, Graydon?
Yeah, I would give it a C grade overall.
Yeah, not that interesting.
No.
For me, it's the same with this one. I get it's Davey Allison's car, but I just don't like it. So this is actually going to be an F for me. I love Davey, but I don't like this paint scheme at all. I don't think it looks good at all. So
some things don't, like
for
we were
me.
talking about this before, how like some paint schemes don't lend themselves well to different kinds of vehicles, and this is
No.
one of them.
Yeah, that it looks. I don't know if it's just like I don't know what it is, but I think it looks like the colors don't work. Like they don't. I don't know.
Yeah, too much gold. Like, yeah, it's A for effort. Like, I mean, for
Yeah,
but,
replica. It looks pretty good as a replica.
yes,
But,
it's just there probably was a better one out there.
yeah. Riley.
F, and this is why. One is, I know it's their sponsor, but you could have made it like the stripe. And also, I don't know if it is the color of the rims, but I would have made it like silver or
Oh
white.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, they don't have the.
I would have helped the pop with the number.
Yeah.
Owen.
D plus. I think if they added like even a black line in between the red and the gold, it would have looked good.
Yeah, that would have looked nicer. That's not a throwback. RIP on the ride for Raphael, man. That sucks. This is quite possibly my favorite of the entire weekend. I loved this paint scheme when Bobby Hamilton drove it. So
yes, sir.
This is A plus. Such a good throwback, especially because it's the truck series. Owen.
I say B plus.
B plus. Riley.
B plus as well.
B plus.
Like it hits different because we actually remember.
We saw it,
ones.
Yeah.
So
but that's why it's good. That's why it's good that we're doing this, right?
It
2
gets you in the
generations
field. So yeah, it's definitely a solid A for me too.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I would have preferred that John Hunter have this paint scheme, so it was on number 4. But I mean, I'll take it. This one, you guys, I think this is easily an A plus. You can't. Leona, thank you, Leona, for allowing this.
Yes.
I love it. I'm shocked that Graydon is not going A plus on this, so I'm saying A plus. Graydon, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I just like. I guess Ricky Bobby's an old movie now.
It is.
I guess you got to put it in the same conversation as when they do like the Cole Trickle throwbacks and stuff too. So, I don't know. Like I don't hate that movie, but I just like it is a farce. Like it's a parody of NASCAR's. It just makes me. I'm gonna say C. I don't know. It looked Larry Jackson does it better. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's okay. True. Okay.
I don't know. It just looks funny on a truck to me. I think the Wonder Bread paint scheme, the legit Wonder Bread paint scheme, got to give a shout out to our buddy Larry because I think he did it better.
Larry did it with the number 25 too, and the number 8. So
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna say C, and that's just kind of my reasoning.
All right, Riley.
The detail, amazing, and I love how it's a 26, and like down to the number, identical, and it's just I say an A plus as well. That's a nice looking paint scheme.
Owen.
B plus.
B plus. All right. Oh wow, this is a throwback. Well, I didn't see this one. All right, Daniel.
That's an old Michael Waltrip one, isn't it?
It is. It's the old. I think it's the old. It's the Country Time or Country
Lemonade.
Yeah, Country Time. That's what it was. Country Time Lemonade. I was thinking.
I had this car.
Country. I was thinking Country Style for a second. Like, no, that's the coffee. Okay. What are we thinking here? I actually think it's great. I love they changed the logo for it. So I'm gonna give it a solid B plus. Let's go Owen first.
I agree with you.
All righty, Riley.
B plus.
All
I
right.
will also agree with that.
B plus.
Quadruple B
Solid.
plus.
Across the board.
I understand. I understand why they're throwing back to Kenji Momoda. I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now. But I get that. What's the guy's name again? Yeah, Akinari Ogata is going to run this.
Yeah.
But F. I don't like it at all. F. Graydon.
It looks like it's so 90s looking, and I mean, some things didn't work in the 90s when everybody thought they were cool, and that still doesn't. Yeah, it's yeah, that's down there. That's in the E or F range for me.
E, wow, Jesus. Riley.
I given it a D. The only reason why is that the detail is pretty good. So that's why.
Yeah, I guess you got to look. Good job, Rex.
Yeah.
So D.
All right.
I guess you got to look at it for what it is, like replicating the original. So
yeah, and you can't copy logos that don't exist anymore. Or Owen.
F, quite possibly my least favorite paint scheme I've seen this week.
Nice.
I don't think this is it doesn't say it's a throwback. So
yeah,
it's a throwback.
Yeah, throwback. I like it. I really like this one.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
I'm gonna go with an A minus. Actually, I think it's really nice for Ryan Truex. Let's start with Owen on this.
B minus.
B minus. Riley.
Color of the wheels. That is B plus. Like, I know if you can't, but I just think that if you're already there, why is it's not that hard to change the color of the wheels. But B plus. B plus. There we go.
All right, B plus. Graydon.
This kid's a chip off the old block. I like the way he speaks. I'll echo what he says. B plus too.
B plus. Oh my gosh.
Baby.
A. I mean, there's a reason why I keep it right over there. Johnny Benson throwback. Although now that I'm looking at it, I think they goofed. They're missing a color off of it.
Does it have white rims?
It does have white rims, but the classic didn't. So I'm going to knock it down. I'm going to knock it down to an A minus, but it's still pretty good. Let's go, Riley.
B minus.
B minus. Owen.
C.
C. And Graydon.
I'm gonna give it an A. I mean, it does it might not be 100% accurate, but you look at it and think Johnny Benson, even if the number's different. So it gets you in the field. So that's an A for me.
Okay, this one is Bailey Curry's Mike Stefanik. Again, props for Mike Stefanik. They could have done the 66 like Stefanik had his truck years ago with that weird kind of 66 that was almost kind of vertical.
I was just about to say, when it was my turn,
make
it like that, not.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go C. It's not my cup of tea. Let's go, Owen.
B minus.
B minus. And Graydon.
Yeah, I'll give it a B minus as well.
Yeah, B minus.
They should have.
Minus across the board. Okay. I was shocked to hear that he was coming back.
Yeah.
And with the same sponsor and the same font, A plus.
You can't do it any better. Unless you
Yeah.
came back with the same team with a modern truck, that would have been the only thing that they could have done better.
If they
And
were with
Roush isn't
Ford,
around.
yeah.
Okay.
If they were with Ford, that's the only thing that they could have
That's
done.
the only thing they could have done
Only thing they
better.
could
But
have
I
done.
mean, circumstances are what they are. That's an A+ for sure.
Yep. Owen.
Darnell.
A. I don't even know what the truck is, but it's a cool paint scheme.
It looks exactly like it did back in the day when he drove like
99 used to be the number
Amazing.
99 Ford for Jack Roush.
Yeah, you can't paint a truck any better when you got the same
No.
driver and same scheme.
The
Same
fact that you got the
sponsors.
sponsor, yeah.
Yeah,
Riley.
that's a slam dunk.
Riley.
I have seen the paint scheme, and this looks identical. So A+.
A+. That's can't give it that we see that one all the time.
Sorry, I
What?
gotta slip out.
Stuart Friesen, and this is a take off of the Folgers 25 car.
And it's a 52.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Yeah, there's another one. It's kind of hard to see it. So for me, I mean, it's nice seeing the 52 with a different color,
Yeah.
but I C-. I'm not very interested in
Really?
it.
That low? Really?
Yeah.
I
I
do-
got it.
I give it a B. Yeah, around B.
I agree.
A B for both of you guys. Okay.
I have-
Okay.
This is.
A+.
Yep, I
Love
agree. A+.
So good. Looks exactly like it used to. Way
Yeah.
back when it was the 98. So excellent. Yeah, see, looks pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close. And that's it for the truck series. So we've gone through those ones. Out of the trucks, boys, which was your favorite throwback?
This might be a surprise, but I kind of like the 30.
The 30. All right. That's a good one. So this is Owen's pick, the number 30, and that's Danny Bones, based off of the Country Time Michael Waltrip car. Riley, what was your favorite?
This is probably going to be surprising to you. I bet you could probably guess though which one it is.
I was going to say the Ricky Bobby was your favorite.
Yep.
Yeah. That of course. Well, you like color on your cars, so that has
that's my favorite
the
out
most
of them.
most
Followed
colors.
by the 56. 56
That and the
cool.
56 with the rainbow. Yeah, I figured that would be kind of one of your favorites. For me, I think we already know it's pretty close between the 25 and the 19. So that's pretty close.
There we go.
All right, Graydon's back. So what, Graydon, we just went through the final two, which were Timmy Hill's Kenny Irwin throwback and
Very nice. I like it.
52. So
Yeah,
now you
I love
gotta,
Tim Richmond.
you got to pick which of these throwbacks was your favorite.
Let's go back down to the bottom, I think. Oh no!
I forgot about
yeah,
the 02. I changed my
Yeah.
answer. That one's the best.
yeah. Harv's or Hornadays throwback. I would say
I forgot about that car.
yes.
That's the winner for me.
Yeah, winner.
All right, so that is our first throwback set.
Which one do you prefer, Cam?
For me, that's tough because I really like a lot of them. For me, it was the Bobby Hamilton though. I love that paint scheme, that number 25. I love that blue. I love the yellow on it. I totally apologize to the chat. We've got a couple people. John Wagner, thank you for tuning in.
Our American pal. That's
Our good buddy John Wagner.
Yeah.
These guys have been grading the entire time, and I just haven't been able to see it. So, got a lot of pluses and minuses. So,
Ron Hornaday.
Ron Hornaday for Maddie. So, John, if we could get what your consensus is, it says a 38 is a throwback. Well, it wasn't very good. So,
Yeah.
to be honest with that. Yeah. So, we're going to go to the Xfinity series, and we'll start with Jeffrey Earnhardt's, which is off of a Dale Earnhardt car. Again, there's Earnhardt cars that I really like, and then there's this one.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been even when Earnhardt drove it, I didn't like it. So I'm gonna have to go with a D. I just don't like it. Let's start with well, you guys all switch things up on me. Let's start with Graydon.
I mean,
this is tough for you because this is an Earnhardt paint scheme. So
yeah, I mean, like my dad loves Dale, but when you look at the actual car, I mean, it's not done exactly as the car was. So I'm gonna go with a C. Anyways, I mean, the stars aren't quite the same. If you're gonna do it up. Like there was nothing preventing them with the Forever Lawn logo to do the stars the way they were on the 3 car. So that's points off.
All right, Riley. Down.
I don't like that whatsoever.
What's your letter?
F.
F. And Owen.
Ooh.
F. You can't even see the number on the roof. You can, but like.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the number one Gatorade.
Riley loves this one.
Yeah, this is Darrell Waltrip throwback. What I will say about Michael Annett, even though they don't do that great on the track, his throwback game with Pilot Flying J is like nothing else. When they did that number 1 Oreo throwback last year,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and then the Gatorade one this year, and they did the Baby Ruth as well the year
Yep.
before.
Jeff Gordon's.
Again, it's a great throwback to Darrell Waltrip. It's great to see Gatorade because it needs to be back in the series.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I'm not going to go crazy. It's not as good as the Oreo one that we had last year, just because
I agree with that.
I love that one more. But I'm going to give it a solid B+. I think it's solid. Solid, nice to see. I don't think he can contain his excitement. So Riley, what are you giving this one? Is it an A+?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 88, like that's really good.
Yeah.
Even how they bought Gatorade back for the car
Mm-hmm.
makes
Yeah.
it that much better.
Owen.
I agree with you. B+.
Yep. And Mr. Graydon.
Yeah, it's a B+.
B+. Yeah, this is Myatt Snyder. It's more of a family throwback for him.
Yeah.
I'm not C. I'm not that's all I can say. Owen.
B+.
C+. Riley.
Also, see, like out of all the 2 paint schemes in NASCAR, it's still like barely different. The number and just the paint.
Yep.
So yeah, see.
Graydon.
Yeah, it's average C.
Yeah, that's what I figured. All right. Okay, we have an A+ for our boy Ryan
Yeah.
Barton.
Right.
That is a solid throwback.
Yeah.
Font and everything.
Mm-hmm.
New
6.
sponsor, I believe, too. I don't think he's had Monarch Roofing before.
Yeah, they're new.
Yeah. A+ for me, Graydon.
A+. Well done. I love it. And
Riley.
he's even got the Mark Martin glasses too.
Yeah.
Rhino's going all in.
A+.
A+. Owen.
A. All A's. All A+ except for Owen.
And then this is a very unique one. This is, I believe, it's supposed to be it's supposed to be the DeLorean, or is it just,
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
For Back to the Future, they changed the logo for it.
I've seen. Yeah.
I
like the paint scheme.
I get the throwback. I might be one of the only people that just isn't a huge fan of Back to the Future. I know Blasphemy.
Run.
Blasphemy. It's like me saying the Karate Kid too, right?
Oh my god.
We just finished watching that.
So good.
I will say it's a million times better than the newer one that they made, though. The newer one is crap compared to the original.
I haven't even. That doesn't get my time. I'm not
You
watching.
don't want to
that.
watch the Jaden Smith one? Come on.
Not at all.
Ralph
There's only one
Macchio.
Karate Kid, and that's Ralph Macchio,
Ralph
baby.
Macchio, yes. So for me, again, solid B. Let's go Riley.
The reason why that I was leaning towards an F, but a D. It's not a NASCAR paint scheme, which kind of it's kind of bugging me because
Yeah.
I know it's from a movie, but NASCAR paint schemes, there's billions of them, and not even a NASCAR paint scheme. So I'll give that a D.
Okie doke. Owen.
I'm gonna give it a B plus because I don't like how it's not a NASCAR paint scheme, but it's cool looking.
I like because I didn't notice they have the electrical boxes on the front, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Braden, how are you going to grade this?
I commented to Joe on this yesterday, so it's a little hypocritical on my part. It's just so out of the box. Like I've never even thought of a Back to the Future NASCAR race car.
Oh, Speedworks is not happy that I'm not a fan.
It's I don't know what to think of it. I don't even know what kind of I don't like Riley said, it's not even it's not a race car, but it's so throwback because it's Back to the Future. And I kind of applaud Joe Graff for being so outside the box. So
where does it go from here? Is there going to be like a Married with Children throwback? Is there going to be?
That's the thing.
I would love a Disney Gummy Bears throwback. Like that would be kind of cool.
If they start busting out like NASCAR racer cartoon throwback paint schemes. It is a slippery slope. I gotta give it a C just because it's a great idea, but I mean, you could have put a Jack Daniels paint scheme on that thing too.
Yeah.
Very true with the 07.
Yeah.
Jeez. A million times. I will never get tired of this red. A plus.
Yeah.
Owen.
A plus.
A plus.
Probably my second favorite Xfinity one. There's one that's later that I love.
Riley.
Not A plus, but A.
It's so an A plus.
That one is really good.
The
All right.
Taz with the
So
ice
an A
cream
plus.
cone and everything.
This
is my boy.
A plus.
A plus.
Easy. Yeah. And I like that they changed it so instead of the MLB on the side, it's Mikey and Dale.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Yes. It's all in the details.
Are we in consensus here that this is an A plus?
Big time.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. I really thought that they were going to nail this, and I don't feel like they did.
Nope.
I don't
It's
think
way
it's the
too
right
bright
color.
of a green.
Yeah, that's what I say. It
They're trying to
doesn't
keep the
look like it's.
nutrient colors, I
It doesn't
guess.
look
Or-
right.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what. I know you're right about the stripe green, Owen, but what about? I feel like the top isn't right either.
Mm-hmm.
No, why?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Riley's getting eye
So-
twitching over here.
D for me actually. D.
D.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not well executed.
D.
No. All righty.
Nope.
Riley's about done with this. He's about done with it. You know what? I'm gonna go with. I like it. I
Yeah.
liked when it first came out. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go B on this one. I think Riley's gonna be like an F minus on this one, right?
It doesn't look anything different than their car, in my opinion. Like, I don't. I
They've kinda kept the same.
understand,
Yeah.
but the blue, it's also a very darker blue as well, which also
true.
I like it. So,
Yeah.
well, I understand, and it's cool how they're doing a throwback to like 2017. I'm pretty sure that is
2015.
That's Blake.
Oh, 2014. I didn't
Yeah.
see that. So I'll instead of an F, I'll give it a D.
Okay. Owen?
You might be surprised by this, but I give it a B plus. I like it. It's not much different from the regular paint scheme, but they did a pretty good job on it.
Yeah. Okay. And Mr. Graydon?
Yeah, I think it's a B plus. I think it's well done.
Okie dokie. Oh,
Not gonna hate.
F, too close to the current one from Maddie.
What's not to like, or what's not to dislike about that?
There's some paint schemes that don't need to be replicated. I oh boy. I don't like it. I get it's got nice colors and stuff, but no, not for me. Although they did do the wheels, so
Yeah, I saw that.
like
it's a plus. So I'll go C again. Owen.
I didn't notice the wheels. That puts me up to a D minus.
Riley.
I absolutely hate this paint scheme, but I'm giving it an A because it's identical.
Yes, it is.
Because I hate the paint scheme, but finally, red and blue rims like it, 13 even. It's like identical to it, and that's why it's an A, even though I hate the paint scheme.
Oh, is this my kid or what? I mean, so are you, obviously.
No, but see, Owen's being the mature. He's taking the mature approach, and then you just got the right. So just
Got
like
the younger
Graydon.
brother and the other kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Graydon, what do you think about this one?
I'm exactly the same as Riley. I don't necessarily love the paint scheme, but I mean the execution, they friggin' nailed it. Like
Great.
dead on.
That
The
doesn't
rim
have.
like
They
not
don't have a lot of
everybody-
money.
not everybody cares about the rim detail, obviously, and these like motorsports business management motorsports nailed it.
Well, and the fact that of all, I mean, I was a fan of Mike Skinner, always was.
Mm-hmm.
I do not remember him driving this paint scheme.
Neither do I.
I was a baby in 1991, so maybe that's why. But even then, like throwbacks, like typically I know where they came from. I've never seen that car on track ever. So
I haven't seen it in like old races that I've ever watched or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. This is very sharp, actually. This is a family throwback for Colby Howard. And you know what? I'm gonna say I think it's a nice change from what they normally have, which is their normal red. So I'm gonna give it a B plus. I think it looks nice. Owen, what about you?
B minus. I agree with you. I like that it's not just a plain red car with yellow numbers, but I don't really like the colors on it.
Yeah, kind of boring. But then again, paint schemes back then were boring. So
Yeah, like this was done with paint or like thin
Like, look at
vinyl
that.
tape. Like
yeah, probably what they could afford, right?
I like the regular car better.
Yeah, it's a nicer looking car though. That's why.
yeah, that's exactly it.
I'm a
Graydon.
I guess it's not necessarily, and I just think I think it's a cool looking car.
Yeah.
I don't know why, if it's just because I'm a product of that era or what, but I think it looks pretty neat. So I'm gonna give it a B.
Same B plus, well, B plus, like same
Plus.
for you, Kim.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is an easy A plus for me.
As soon as I saw this come out,
Big time.
I was A plus. I love
This
how
is the winner as far as I'm concerned.
the logos are I love how they can change like they change the sponsor to match it. So
Yeah.
that's why it's an A.
You put Cowlig in the Bush's Baked Beans logo. You
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
I saw that.
in the Kingsford. You did Hyper Ice in the
Well done.
yeah,
Yep.
very. And I mean, we'll talk about the cup schemes in a little bit, but this takes the it's one of the best schemes I've ever seen for
Yeah.
throwback weekend. What was everybody's opinion?
A
Are we
plus.
on
A
A
plus.
plus? A plus A. Okay.
That's my favorite, I think.
Then we got the Matt Kenseth throwback.
This isn't bad. I've seen that card.
I didn't even know they were running this, so I'm giving this an A plus because I loved that.
Yep.
that
A
golf
minus.
playing scheme.
Yeah,
Which
I'm
one?
gonna say an A.
If you've
Yeah?
seen that,
A minus.
well, yeah, A. If you've seen that, then that's really cool.
Throwback
No.
to
Ew. F.
Yeah, if I'm just gonna be like, it's C for me. That's all I can go. I love Red Farmer, love the guy, love his name, but not this. No, no, because they didn't really change the number either. Like they could have done the whole 97 deal type of thing, but it's really the older ones that seem to be the ones that don't work out. Although this one, it's okay. So it's technically a throwback of the Holiday Inn car, but
With different colors.
Exactly, and that for me is an instant fail because it's not.
F.
So it's technically an F for me. I like that they redid the logo to be similar to the Holiday Inn logo, but they failed because they chose the wrong colors. So
if it creates questions from it, then it's no good. And people are like, "What the hell is that?" Like,
yeah.
Cam.
I first thought it was for like Hot Strickland, but
yeah.
okay. So what are we going with?
I'm going with a F as well.
I'm giving it a D minus. I like the paint scheme, just not a very good throwback.
And
Yep.
Cam, for the 18, if you look at the car, that is so thin. That one just goes. It's huge. The
Oh
like
yeah,
the
you're right.
part, it's thin, so that is also F for me. Joe Gibbs.
Big fail.
This one's pretty good.
This one I like. This is an A plus for me.
I could cry seeing this paint scheme again because this was my very first, like that was the first like Hot Wheels car that I got for like NASCAR was a Kyle Petty car. So I just wish the Pontiac came back just for one weekend.
A plus.
Pontiac.
Came
A
back
plus.
to life.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we need Hot Wheels back in NASCAR, man. They need
It's
to
so beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm giving it an A. They could have done more. A. What is everybody else? A.
Yeah, A.
A.
Yeah. All righty. Alex LeBay and the Kenny Wallace throwback, which
I haven't seen this one.
I didn't even see that he has Herminator on the hood. So, which is interesting. I didn't even catch that before. So, it does make me a little sad that he doesn't have a lot of sponsors on the car. But it's different. I can't say I was a huge fan of the Kenny Wallace car to begin with. So, or Kenny Wallace for that matter. Well, nowadays. But you know what? I like it. It's different. So I'm going to go with a B plus. Let's go. Owen.
I agree.
Yeah,
B
B plus. All right. Next.
Across the board.
B plus.
All right.
And I like, even though like Kenny Wallace is a 36 driver like Alex, but it was the 8 car then. Like it's a cool like kind of cross thread there.
Yeah.
I like the colors.
This one's
Again,
it's different. So I like that. Yeah.
Yep.
A plus. Tommy Joe,
Definitely.
man. This is beautiful. I don't think it's the right color, but it's still beautiful.
Yeah, it's pretty well done.
Yeah. Boys.
A minus.
A minus.
A minus as well.
A minus. Well, I
Because
mean,
they nailed the font.
Is that
though.
supposed to
they
be a
did.
Richard Petty car?
Yes.
Again, it's a small team, so I've got to give them credit for that. But I'm C. Like I think the Eric Jones one is way better. So, which we'll get to in a little bit. So I'll go with a B on this one, boys.
I'll go C plus. The only thing that I really like about it is the colors are pretty good and the font's impeccable.
Yeah, impeccable. Yeah, that's right, buddy. Okay, Riley.
I'll go with a B as well.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna go C just because it wasn't even my favorite STP paint scheme.
Yeah, it wasn't mine either. Whew, another
it has
Hot
Hot
Wheels.
Wheels on
Yeah,
the car.
it's not a Hot Wheels throwback, which makes me annoyed that they couldn't get Hot Wheels on the other car.
Yeah.
But they went on this one. It is a throwback though to Dan Gurney, so I'm just gonna say color. The scheme back in the day, clearly, I don't like what they did on the hood. I'm just that
Yeah.
color of the actual car with the white wheels, beautiful.
Mhm.
So, and with Hot Wheels on it, I would give it a B plus, but not going crazy here. Riley.
C.
Owen.
C plus.
C plus, and Graydon.
I'm C minus even.
Okay. Oh, this is gonna be tough because I know there's two of these.
Yeah, this
Um,
is.
This one isn't as good as the 68.
Yeah, this is like the
No,
appetizer.
this is not as good as 60. But to be fair, I think the scheme that he copied, that scheme was worse on like the old 88 was better than this one. So but the fact again, you have a company willing to change up their logo. And this is the thing. Companies, because I work in trademarks and patents and stuff, you have to be so careful to do something like this because if you infringe on another company's logo and you don't have their permission, it can cause a lot of like problems. So the fact they were even able to do that, I like that they changed the font and everything. I like the color. It makes me though, you know what it does actually? It makes me sad. I really wish that we had UPS back in the sport because those cars that was my childhood was watching the UPS cars. So
try and keep that FedEx car honest.
A plus for me. Graydon.
I'm gonna give it an A in light of knowing what's coming.
Yes,
Okay.
I also agree.
All right, Owen.
I'm saving the high grade.
Yeah, I have something to say about the
B
next
plus.
one.
B plus.
Really? I have something to say about the next one.
Ooh. Not sure what happened with the numbers here, but I think it's actually a throwback because when they did have the old Interstate Batteries car, the number was much smaller than it was supposed to be. So, we have seen it before.
I've
So
actually seen them yet.
I'm gonna say an A, solid, because it's a good throwback.
I
Is that
agree.
everybody's consensus?
Yes.
Nope.
All right, what you going with, Riley?
The paint scheme is amazing. It's just Joe Gibbs has used this paint scheme a lot,
Yeah.
which I just
Good point.
exact same paint scheme for a throwback. Like years. I'm giving that like probably average C.
See?
That one.
Nah.
Richie, this is a Richie Evans throwback, but essentially it is just the number switch.
Yeah, it is.
And-
And like that's the exact same paint scheme that he normally runs, just the orange is a darker color.
I love Richie Evans, love the great modified driver, but this is an F for me. I don't like it at all.
I agree.
Yeah, you do?
C
Agreed.
minus.
Okay. Wait, did we get everybody?
Yeah.
All right.
F, 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 and D.
This is my favorite throwback.
Well, it's good, but
Like, I
no.
love this one. This
Yeah.
is my favorite one I've seen.
Now, what was said on the broadcast last night was wrong. This isn't a throwback to Steven. It's actually a throwback to Rusty, because Rusty Wallace drove this. This was one of his first, I think, first starts for his Busch Series team.
Yeah.
And I agree wholeheartedly. This is an A plus.
Yeah,
beyond belief.
A
I
plus.
just wish we had Dodges to put this on.
Yes.
That would have been so nice to have a Dodge on it. And even to have Duraflame back would be cool. But again, I like that the company changed their logo colors for this weekend.
Mhm.
So excellent. Are we in agreement that this is all an A plus?
No,
Yeah.
No.
me neither.
not quite.
Yeah.
All right.
And well, you can go first.
The concept of the flames just aren't quite right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going B plus, and this like
That's
Owen
nitpicky, but
Owen says that
I don't like Rusty
this
that
is
much
his
anyway.
favorite, but
Mhm.
this is not even close to my favorite because there's been the 8 car, the 1 and the 51, like one's coming up. It's a B, but it does look like the real car.
yeah, it's well done.
Yeah.
Well, and SMD did the design on this, so we got to throw a shout out for SMD. They do great work. He does great work. For me, again, like I said, the one thing I love about it, a lot of paint schemes this year, it's based off the number.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the same car number that they throw him back to.
Okay.
A plus.
Can I
Don't-
say something about this?
Absolutely.
This car, A plus, and something that just tops it off is that on the original car, what can Brown do for you? On the
Yeah.
back of it, it says, what can Brandon Brown do for you? Which makes it that
Very
much better.
smart.
So that's like an A plus plus for me.
Now, who
Good
liked,
job, Russ.
you know who made a comment about this paint scheme on Twitter? UPS did. And
They
they had
did?
flames. So if UPS could just come back just for a race for Brandon
No
Brown,
doubt.
I would take it. You know, we've seen it before. Companies come back for one race and then they end up sticking around again, because we've seen it with Oscar Mayer. They came back for Ryan Newman and now they're like back. So it would be great. Are we in consensus this is an A plus or?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us. This is the one car that's an A plus so far for all
Yeah.
of us.
Bailey Curry's throwback. This has got to be an A plus for Grayton because
Yeah.
he
That's
loves
the
it.
same for me.
A plus.
Mhm.
Yeah, this one
I'm
is
going to give
great.
it to.
Yeah, that's a sweet looking ride.
I
It
love
was
the
then
sponsor.
and it is now.
Yeah.
I love the sponsor too for fighting veteran suicide. That's a good sponsor.
Yeah, good cause for sure.
What I also like is that they did do, if you notice, they don't have his actual signature on the roof. It is
Yeah.
actually beside him like it used to be. So
Yeah.
very, very nice job from Mike Harmon's team. And then the Ken Schrader throwback,
I
which
have not seen
for our
this.
boys at DGM.
Yeah, BJ's driving.
Oh.
Yeah, BJ McLeod is going to drive this car. I like it. I really do, because they have the old Ken. This is actually what Ken used to have on the top of his car. So
Mhm.
I don't know if you can see that BJ's actually done the same.
Oh yeah.
BJ in
That's
red
cool.
load over it. So yeah, I'm gonna say this is a solid A minus for me. What about you guys?
A plus.
Okay.
B. I
B.
like. It's really good, close to the other one. Just not a huge fan of the blue red.
Okay, great.
I think it's an A plus even. I think it's very well done.
Schrader.
Schrader's the man.
He's the man.
Still giving her.
Now this is for our boy Josh Williams. Now, this is honoring one of their late crew members, and they did it even getting the colors on the side to be exactly like his cars that he used to drive. I mean, this is an A plus plus. If I
Yeah.
Yes, A plus.
Across.
A plus plus. They got like the rust on it and everything to make it look like his
Yeah.
old car. So
I'm going back, like I said, like the different discipline, but I mean what this scheme means, and I mean
yeah.
what
They
Josh
nailed
means to I mean all of us is a guest of the show and just being a fan of his in general.
Yeah.
Like this is a great great tribute to their buddy, and it looks really, really good.
Yeah,
I
A+.
think we can say that the teams that have the least amount of money seem to be putting on the
Oh,
best.
they brought it
throwbacks
big
this
time
year.
this year.
Yeah.
Josh rocking the patina like a boss.
Now this one,
This one, I don't give Riley Herbst a lot of love, but I will give it to this because the 2001 Home Depot throwback, beautiful. Yeah, easy.
And-
Although Monster, you could
Was
have.
this his rookie scheme? Wasn't this his
I
99?
I think it might be his rookie scheme. You're right. I think it's his 99. So yeah, it's 99 rookie scheme right there. A+, love it.
Definitely.
Love it, love it,
And-
love it. I think I like it more than his actual scheme.
Riley Herbst
Yeah.
has had amazing paint schemes this year. Like the Monster Energy one, I like it. The South Point one, I like it. And this one just continues. So A+.
South Point one was very good. Yeah, South Point one was very nice. All right, final one, the 99. Ryan Ellis, he's throwing back to his grandfather. It's just a C for me.
Yeah.
Nothing,
Yeah.
nothing crazy.
Don't love it, don't hate it.
No. All right, so we've gone through the trucks. We had our favorites. Now you got to pick a favorite from the
66.
Xfinity series.
I can't
So-
pick one.
So we already know that Owens was the 66, right? Yep. Okay. For me, oh man, they are a lot. There's a lot of good ones. this year.
Yeah.
Oh.
16. It's 16. By
I can't pick just one. Like the 8, 26, like
You're
the
really
one,
torn on
the
this,
one
eh?
you said, the one car. Like there's so many good ones. I can't decide on which one's my favorite.
the ones, those who are watching us in the chat here, need to hear from you guys what because we've actually got people in the chats here. Maddie's is Annette and Brandon Brown are his two favorites. What about Speedworks? The 98 for Speedworks. And John Wagner, which one are you the biggest fan of? If you're gonna, I'm not sure if you're gonna in there. If you can, guys, give us a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, although we know all you guys have subscribed because you're amazing.
Yeah, thanks everybody, by the
Yeah.
way.
We've got 2 likes on the board right now, so that's great.
210.
Yeah.
Braden, did we get your favorite?
I am very torn between Dinger and Brandon Brown.
Yeah.
I was convinced
Yeah.
Dinger was my favorite, but I mean Brandon Brown's is good too. I'll give it to Dinger because Dinger was the driver of his own throwback.
Yeah.
So
That's
and
pretty good.
the way they did the decals with the different
You and I think alike,
names.
my friend.
Yeah, I think that's amazing attention to detail. So we got to give it to College Racing in that 16 car.
Very much so. All right, boys. Now we're in the final
Cup.
stretch here. We are up to the Cup Series. Wagner's was Jeffrey Earnhardt was his favorite. We
Really?
tore that one apart. But remember, guys, if we didn't grow up kind of like, if you guys didn't watch it while you were growing up, it's a little different. Right?
Yeah, I bet.
Even-
Yeah, my
You've
dad.
been a long time
grandpa
NASCAR fan. So,
Yeah.
all
My
right.
dad would probably agree with you, John. That would have won for him probably as soon as he saw it.
All right. Now, it's kind of sad, but it says no Keselowski, no special scheme for him, none for Buescher, none for Christopher Bell.
Not
I cannot believe they're not doing one for
Not
Christopher
for
Bell.
De Benedetto
And
either.
De Benedetto is no. It says right there that they're going to have it for the fall race.
Oh, okay.
So they're going to do one, but just not this race. They'll do one at the
To your De Benedetto's scheme is almost always a throwback,
Yeah.
though. In a way, the red and white
It is.
motorcraft.
It
I
would
mean, when
probably-
he's running it,
Yeah, it would probably be the Glenwood Menards one, like you would mention.
yeah,
It's gonna be there.
it's a timeless paint scheme in itself. really.
Harvick's they have not released on this, at least on here. They haven't released the photo, so we don't know what that's going to look like. And then the teams that have not made an announcement, Kurt Busch and Cody Ware. But we'll start it off with our, I'll just check the channel here. Good. We'll start off here.
I
With
like that.
our boy, Charlie Langenstein's car at Starcom Racing. And for me, because it's John Andretti, one of my favorite paint schemes ever, which was the 98 RCA Chevy or Ford Thunderbird that he won at Daytona with. This is an automatic A+ because they got the dogs for RCA on the back. They've got the font correctly, and they've got the exact colors perfect. So again, another small team with a great throwback. Let's go, Owen. A. Riley.
Some people might not like this, but I think the cars are there have been some cool cars this year, but I think it's kind of boring how there's no stickers, and this car has like so much stickers and it looks so good. So that's an A.
I love it because that's what they used to look like. And that's what I listen, boys, you don't get to chat with me that often, but your dad probably hears it all the time from me that I complain about there not being enough stickers on cars. This is what they should look like, in my opinion. They should all have stickers.
Yeah.
As many different stickers as they can to fill up that car. So I agree with you guys. Graydon, what are you giving this one?
This, we almost might as well just stop right here as far as I'm concerned. This is probably my favorite one. I love it. They nailed it. I love this paint scheme.
Seen them all.
I know I'm gonna love other ones, but that
all right.
Charlie's boys brought it big time. It's beautiful.
Fireball Roberts. And to me, I do like it a lot.
So the font looks good too. The Bass Pro Shops logo is so cool.
Yeah.
Like Bass Pro's logo looks
it's retroed and everything.
Old.
And you know what's nice about it is they typically do an Earnhardt throwback, and they're not this year.
Yeah.
That is an A+ for me.
I'm gonna give it an A+ as well.
Agreed.
A. So we're all in pretty well.
A+ for sure. That is very, very nice.
Oh boy. This is a throwback based off of Kyle Larson's first race car, it says. I'm sorry, Kyle Larson fans, this is an F. I think it looks awful.
Yes, I agree.
D-.
Even the fact that they did the throwback Hendrick cars, I think it makes it look worse.
Yeah.
So, no, this doesn't work for me. Graydon?
Yeah, it doesn't work for me either. That's a low grade.
In my opinion, it's not a F because at least they actually did a throwback. So it's like a D. And Larson has done a throwback to this car, and this car is so nice.
I've seen it before. It looks just like it.
Yeah, I like it. I think Richard Childress hit it out of the park. This is an A+ for me too. I love it. I think it looks so good.
Yeah, Marty Robbins paint scheme.
Marty Robbins. That's right.
I mean, the guy, country singer, race car driver, he was like the man back in the day. Awesome paint scheme.
So oddly enough, the 8 came before these other cars, so I think they made a mistake on the website. But this is a throwback to Kohler's, because apparently they used to sponsor on the other racing series. This is a throwback to an SCCA paint scheme. And you know what? I think it's better than their normal paint scheme. So
really? I don't like it.
I do. You know what it is? Is it the color? I like the two colors.
I don't understand what the hell that's all about.
Yeah, same.
This thing right here?
Yeah. Is there a body line in the SCCA car that isn't in the
they were trying to make it look like the scheme from what car it was on originally.
Yeah, I guess that would be a body line that just doesn't exist on that car.
So I'm okay with giving this a B, but it looks like you guys are like D's.
Where did the orange come from? Like, look at there's orange right above the blue.
Like,
no, I'm not a fan. D.
D. Okay.
C+.
D+ and
that's a D- for me.
Wow. This is a Hall of Fame right
Oh.
here.
A plus.
A
Yeah.
No
Okay.
question.
That
A
one is
plus.
probably my
And they
favorite.
got the sponsor too.
Beautiful.
It's actually got
that's my
Xerox on it.
favorite too. I don't know, man.
This
I have to see the rest. of
This
them.
edges out Reddick. This is my favorite so far.
Keeping with your little team trend too. Spire
Yeah.
Motorsports with another
doing work, man.
They have been doing really good this
Mhm.
Yeah.
season.
Well done.
Uh,
Coming out of the same shop that Alan's cars did too.
Mhm.
Another Allen throwback.
They've done
Yeah.
this.
I would have even loved, because it's not just that it's an Allen. It actually almost throws back to Brett Bodine's 11. as
Yeah,
well.
I was gonna say it does.
So for me, I love, but to me, I don't like the black and orange Hooters car that Elliot drives normally. I think this is always
What? That's like my favorite one.
Again, though, this Hooters scheme is what I grew up with. So for
Mhm.
me, it's always going to be that car.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this one?
A minus. I like it a lot.
I like the car, but I'm pretty sure they've ran it before, but that doesn't mean it's not a good car. But so I'm gonna give it a B.
A B. All
I'm
right.
pretty sure I'm being kind of biased right now because I love Hendrick.
I think it's a solid A. It's that's a well done throwback.
Well, Matty, of course, is giving it an A++ because of his
Yeah,
cheese.
Matty would for sure.
So Matty would
That's
definitely.
boy right there.
All right, let's take a look at this. This is kind of hard to see, but it's the based off of the Winn-Dixie Mark
Mhm.
Martin claim scheme. And you know what? No. No. It looks great on a Ford Taurus, but on a Mustang, it just I don't know.
Looks like they spilled paint on it.
Yeah, it does look like they spilled
and
paint on it.
then,
And then
yeah.
caught on fire.
It looks better on here than it does on this one.
So
I'm not going
Still
crazy,
paint
right?
on fire is pretty much.
Oh, but they do have Winn-Dixie on the car. I didn't notice that.
Oh yeah. So that puts
Then
me
they-
up to a C.
But then they put Winn-Dixie on the side and not on the hood. So, and they put their new logo instead of the old one.
I'm back down to D.
Ugh, I got to give it a
This
D
is it.
now.
This is a
What do you
roller
guys-
coaster. D.
What are you getting?
Again,
Get a
like
picture of Riley's face when he's making all these reactions.
again, like the 13 car, hideous paint scheme, but it does match. But the reason why it's not going for an A is
Mhm.
because Winn-Dixie isn't on the hood. So I'll give that a B just because of the paint scheme looks like the real one, even though
I
I
think it would
hate
look
it.
better if they used the old logo too, because now they've got
Yeah.
red.
Yeah, that's
red.
kind of a down. Like
Yeah.
Smithfield, it's
Would
kind of
you give it?
Smithfield's call whether they would give up the hood or not, and they chose not to. I think it's fairly well done. I just don't really love, like, it's a busy. You
I
got
don't
to do
like-
flames right on any car. It's a
Yeah.
little bit busy for me. I just average at best like a C.
I've seen this car. I am so
It's really
happy. Hamlin, in my opinion, can't have a bad sports clip car. He
No.
like when the
Gives him this
2017 car, I'm pretty sure was out. That was my favorite car of the whole season. I remember I called it the pause button car. And and this one, yeah, but it was very expensive.
I'm
It's
gonna
weird
say
to have an
though,
18 in house.
But Kyle Busch, in my opinion, Kyle Busch should have ran it because it's an 18. And if you see his car, like boringest car. But this car, I'll give it a minus.
We gotta
okay.
get crap here.
Ooh.
I don't really know what this throwback to. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what it's a throwback to, but it's a cool paint scheme.
it's his late model paint scheme. So for me,
B
I like
minus.
it A+.
See,
See,
Briscoe. I'm gonna
Don't
give it an
really
A+.
like it.
I think it looks great.
Yep.
A.
A plus.
Yeah, A plus, and even the like.
James Davison's. This is a throwback to V8 Supercars legend Dick Johnson's car, and I got to give it a B.
B.
Not crazy.
B as well.
It's kind of cool how like he's throwing it back to his own roots, which is kind of like the Aussie equivalent to the Cup Series. Like that's kind of a neat crossover. That gives it some points for me, but still B.
We've seen this like forever, so
They just changed the number color, and that was about it.
F minus.
Why didn't they put the 11s throwback on this car?
F minus infinity.
Because I guess
minus.
M&M's didn't want to
This
give
is
it up.
a cool car, even if it's not a throwback.
It is a throwback. It's supposed to be a throwback to the 78 because it's matte black. That's the only reason.
Wow.
I kind of think it looks really nice.
I
Yeah.
like the
Cool
car.
paint scheme, not good throwback.
I like the car.
I like this one actually. Minus the gold rims.
Get
I like
rid of this car. I hate it. It's outlined with white. Like, yeah, that's the designer. Like, that's what they wanted. But one, gold rims doesn't match. Two, I'm pretty sure Dad told us that it's an IndyCar paint scheme,
Mhm.
F1 or IndyCar, and I hate how it's outlined with white. So this is also like the Kyle Busch car.
Yeah.
This is a
Infinity minus.
This is a B for me. If it would be like a C minus or a D plus around there, but I love cars that have a circle around the number like that. I don't know why, but I just
do
really like the
too,
look.
but-
Kaz Gralla, I'm sure would like
I
that.
do too, but it just ruins it. Like the other.
Not good. That's like an F for me. That one.
Ew,
I'm sorry.
This one?
this is not good.
No, I meant the 22.
Oh,
The
okay.
Wendell Scott throwback.
I don't like
I think
it.
it's fairly well done.
I've seen the
It's
He's
a
had
little
better
been there,
ones.
done that, but
average.
I guess
C.
that's what throwbacks are.
Yeah.
average.
No, his truck throwback to Wendell was way better than this. So I gotta give it a D. I'm not a fan.
C.
Yeah, I'm a C. I'm gonna say.
I don't know what to do now because this is my guy. No,
I like
I
Valvoline
got
and Clark,
Valvolane's
so.
with him now though.
But
For
see,
Pete's
is
sake,
it
I'm
not?
even wearing a hat. He sent me that as a signature on it.
I gotta go with I'm gonna go with an A minus. I think I just like Valvoline on race cars. I think it looks so much nicer with Valvoline.
They are a very nice looking race car, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like Valvoline always has great paint schemes.
In my opinion, Byron hasn't had he has had amazing paint schemes this year, and
Throwbacks in general.
this just adds on to it. This is an A for me.
A, I guess.
A.
Yeah, I gotta give it an A.
Valvoline's supposed to be doing like 3 or 4 races this year.
They are, yes. Yeah,
Finally changed the car, and it's a good throwback. That's an A.
yeah, this is a great one. I'm giving this an
A.
A plus.
Yeah,
I
this
love
is
it.
definitely
Isn't that
an A
supposed
plus.
to be a Coca-Cola car?
It's supposed
This
to be
is
a Coors.
Coors.
Cool.
Yeah, this is a Bill Elliott Melling racing car.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is really good.
Owen, what's your grade for this one?
A.
A. Riley? Say was it A plus?
Oh, I didn't see the tires and the rims. Even the Goodyear
Yeah.
logo looks old.
A plus.
Yeah, they're doing the old school Goodyear on all the tires this weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's really cool.
No.
No.
No, I hate that
No.
truck paint scheme and this truck.
It's
and-
not even a
GT's
copy.
Swing and a miss for throwbacks
It's
this
not even a copy. It's not. This doesn't
No.
even have flames. This is cheese.
Yeah,
It's not.
yeah.
It's not even the same thing.
It's irrelevant almost.
JTG kind of crashed.
Oh.
Craptacular.
F.
This is a cool one.
This is a good one.
Yeah,
Graydon knows I love chrome wheels. It's my favorite
Mhm.
thing.
Big time.
A plus. I like this one a lot.
It's,
Kale,
it's
be proud
the
of
old
this one.
Hardee's car, so
Yeah.
I give it an A plus as well.
A.
A plus, big time.
Yeah.
I'm A for this.
Oh my.
Ooh,
Mother's Day car.
that's
Well,
busy.
If
It's a thought
yeah,
that counts, like a lot of Mother's Day gifts.
yeah, they could have gotten rid of the Haas tooling on it and made it because it doesn't look very
It's
good.
a good thought.
It is, but on that side, I got to give it a D. It's not
Yeah.
great.
Yep. D.
Whoever said it was busy,
I did.
yeah, it's too busy for me.
D
Maytag
plus.
seizures.
Yeah, super
Yeah.
basic but super cool.
I
And
still think though it's the wrong color. Am I wrong? Is it supposed to be a little
No,
darker?
you're not wrong.
It is supposed to be darker, right?
yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
And something that I find
Paint
that
versus vinyl.
this is a small detail, but it looks like on the 27 that there's a white square around, like in the McDonald's thing.
It
So
is.
I
Yeah,
would've-
yeah.
So that would have been cool if they added that. So that's why I bumped it to B.
I give it
B
an A
minus.
minus.
A-.
B.
This one,
A+.
they nailed it.
Darker
A+.
color.
Love it. Love it.
Darker
This
Love
is
it.
perfect.
In my opinion, darker color, but that's still an amazing
Like a
car.
darker
That's
red
an
or a darker
A.
blue?
Hey,
Yeah.
talking over each other.
Darker red.
Was there yellow on the original? I don't remember there being yellow.
It looks
It's
like
just
if you
like a
look
stripe,
close
I think.
enough. Yeah, if you look close enough, you can
But
see
if
it.
you,
I'm not
if you look
sure.
on the front, there is no white.
Yeah, that's my only point of contention with it. Why didn't they black that out like the Pontiac was?
A.
A?
Okay.
I'm even gonna go
A minus.
Yeah, A
like a
minus.
B plus with me. Just they didn't do the front right.
Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, it's
It's
All right,
pretty
I
good,
almost
but
feel-
not great.
Actually,
I
bumped that
feel
down to
like-
B.
I almost feel like skipping over this next one completely because it makes me so mad.
It is
You gotta
the
keep-
worst throwback of the
You can't
year.
even call it a throwback.
And
It's not a throwback.
No.
yeah,
It's not.
I
Doesn't even look
like-
like it.
and this is a fail for me, an F. But if this wasn't a throwback, this would be an A for me. But
Really?
since
They
I
just
don't even like the
need-
paint scheme.
but they call this a throwback,
If-
and that's what
So
caused at
the
least
worst
like
thing about it is the Tide logo isn't even on the hood.
Mm-hmm.
oh, it isn't.
No.
No, Kroger's on the hood.
Oh,
Yeah. So if it had the
Because
Tide
it's on the
logo
hood.
on the hood as well, I'd be like, yeah, that looks good. But
Yeah.
it doesn't. So for me, no. This is a
F.
this is the one I'm giving an E to. This is an
Yeah,
awful.
This is the
awful,
worst.
Awful. Awful.
Don't talk over it.
Awful.
Yeah.
E.
Awful.
Agreed.
So anybody giving it over an F?
No.
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 F.
Also good.
D minus.
Really. F.
Not a fan.
If
I
they
get
had
it.
more pink accents, it'd be cool if they did the
Like the
ally
Stenhouse?
pink, or at least the pink outline of the ally would even look better.
Like the Stenhouse
Yeah.
NASCAR, like on the front, like it's
Just the pink is too not enough
Little.
of it.
too little.
I don't even know if it is it. I don't even know what base color it is, but it's gross.
F.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Not,
just doesn't.
not great.
No.
Sorry, Greg.
This
Love
is
it.
This is pretty good.
Yeah. Again, another small team.
Yep.
And
Insurance King. That's cool.
yeah, making it look like the Burger King. And this is the reason they can do this is because Burger King doesn't use that logo anymore, so it's
Mhm.
kind of free for them to use.
That's
Um,
cool.
Yeah. So for
A.
me, I love it. I think it's great.
A minus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an A plus, I would say. Even like it's a simple scheme, but yeah, just the way like what you said about the logo use
Yeah.
and everything that they took advantage of that. That's doing
Yeah.
it right.
The next
Now
has a
this scheme is fixed because originally when they put it out, it was wrong, and they had the wrong color.
Mm-hmm.
So they fixed it now and made it dark, which is great. The other thing they did, Riley, which you mentioned earlier, or was it Owen? I can't remember. You guys are so similar now. They put more stickers on the front.
yeah, that was me.
That was you? Yeah. Love it. I loved this car with Robert Presley. It's one of my favorite paint schemes. The Jasper Engines cars were one of my favorites. I think I
Yeah.
have the Dave Blaney one hanging around. Yeah, so for me, I love that 77. Obviously, This still is always the king. This is always the best.
Yeah.
77.
That's the one I remember too.
Always going to be my favorite, but I'll take that one. That's a solid A- for me.
I agree. B.
B.
I'm in the A conversation for sure.
I'm B. Don't love it, don't
You're
hate
B
it, but it's
too.
more better than C.
All righty. This is a throwback to Joe Weatherly's last one. Obviously, Joe Weatherly, a
That's
legend.
kind of cool. I like it.
I again, I know it's a throwback to Joe, so I got to give it a solid A because
A-.
Joe Weatherly was, could have been much more if we didn't lose him so early. So
Yes, and that's a nice color red right there.
yeah, it's a nice. But what I like again, what have we said with a lot of these schemes? Simple.
Mm-hmm.
Simple works.
Yep.
A.
They probably painted it with a roller back in the day.
And this is classic Camping World too. So
I like it.
I just don't like the fonts. So I gotta go negative here. I gotta go with a D. I don't like it.
Really?
I'm not a fan of the font. That's just me though.
That's not just you. I'm with you, bud.
Oh, okay.
I'm going C. B-.
All right, boys. Now this has been the most difficult, I think,
Yeah.
of three to pick a favorite. So now I got to go up because I can't remember half of them because I'm old now. So 77 was nice. Ugh, don't want to look at that one ever again.
This is my favorite. The 7 car outdoes them all.
The
I guess
38.
we know who wins for Riley.
Xfinity was more tougher for me.
I think I'm gonna say Xfinity was tougher for me. There's a lot less exciting ones.
7 is my favorite.
What? I don't know.
The 3 car is also pretty. It's between the 7 and the 8 for me.
The 7 and the 8.
Yeah. I will say the 7.
The
Yeah.
7.
But my most favorite all around is the 66 Xfinity car, followed by the 7.
You beat me to it. That was the next question. Was going to be what's your favorite out of all of them? So for me, out of Cup, I got to go back to the 00. I think
that's it for me.
7.
That sucker wins.
7 for me and Owen, and
I think that one takes it all for me, honestly.
Really,
Just the paying tribute to John and the Check It for Andretti initiative, and just I mean, going to town, like nailing every aspect from the decals and everything on it.
Yeah.
Good job to Starcom Racing. That's
my favorite for the entire, for all 3.
I can't decide.
I got to go Bobby Hamilton. Always the 20. That squared E-paint scheme is one of my favorites. So I think I'm gonna have to go with that.
I don't have one. There's the Xfinity cards. There's so many good ones, and the 7, definitely the best out of Cup for me.
And Graydon, your favorite out of all of them? You think it's gonna be Andretti's?
I think it's the 00 in the Cup Series. I really love that car.
Those who are in the chat, if you are still around, Speedworks, Maddie, John Wagner, your favorites of all of them. I'm not sure if the chat's up to date. I think it is now. All right. William Byron for John Wagner's. That's a classic though.
Sharp looking car.
75.
I was trying to be unbiased.
I'm not shocked here. Because Matt is so biased that Chase Elliott and William Byron are his favorites. I added this piece just for you, Maddie. We add this beautiful pillow with Jeff Gordon's car on it that I'm going to rest my face on and slobber all over it just for you. But in terms of what we expect for this Speedworks, so Simon goes overall 34. The Bill Elliott Coors Light.
That was pretty good.
Well done.
Or Michael McDowell. That's a pretty good one. Oh, geez, Matthew. The trucks, he's got Chris Wright, so the Good Wrench car, or Good Right truck, Xfinity Gatorade, and then of course his Cup ones. John Wagner, overall, Jeffrey Earnhardt. So we're gonna go. He's an Earnhardt fan, so that's good, man. I like it. I don't think we had one that was really everybody could be like that's their favorite overall. I think we all had our own favorite.
I think we can definitely all agree that this throwback concept is probably one of the best ideas that NASCAR has had in a long time.
I look forward to this.
People talking, and it makes people look forward to it. Yeah, for sure.
I look forward to this.
Whether you, like just like the critiques, whether you love it or hate it, I mean, you got to love seeing even those ugly ones.
The 66 one just clicked for me as soon as I said that.
This is going to be one of the best throwback weeks in a while for me.
Now, you guys have an option.
Yeah.
Let's just say you can't pick your favorite overall. What comes next?
So, like,
you can't pick your 60. You can't pick your 66, Owen. Which one are you picking next?
The 7.
The 7.
A close third is the 8, though.
So, out of all of mine that I like,
so all of them.
So probably the one that was mediocre for me, that was pretty cool. It's kind of a tie between I would say it goes to Austin Dillon's 3. That one was probably that one. That's not my favorite, but it's probably like up there after the good ones.
All right. We got to wrap it up and eat dinner. Mom's calling.
We do. We have to wrap it up and have dinner. Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks to the Bunn Sons for giving their intake. We always look forward to having the Bunn Sons on with us to give their opinions. What we're going to have to do eventually, though, is they'll eventually do their race picks. So make sure you catch them on Twitter, catch the picks, and see how badly they're going to beat their dad in the running this week.
Dad's only 49 points behind in our little thingy we have.
49 points behind third, isn't it? Yeah.
And who won last week's prediction?
Mom. So she picks Denny Hamlin.
And that got the birthday boy.
Yeah. Mom picks Denny Hamlin every single week. And the one week that I picked him, he finished 12th and her pick won.
I told him not
it's
to
a
pick
lose-lose situation.
I told him not to pick Hamlin because Mom, every time she doesn't get Hamlin, her pick either wins.
She wins anyways.
And so I told him, don't pick Hamlin. He picked Hamlin and Mom picked one.
So what you're saying is I just need to match your mom's pick every week and then I will win.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We're really close though. Coming into Kansas.
So who's last, Owen?
Coming into Kansas, Mom was 5 points ahead of Riley and I, who were tied for second. And then now Mom's got 50. Mom's got
How far is your dad? How far is your dad behind you?
That is 39 points behind me, or 49 behind me, and I have 81.
Actually, Owen, me and Mom were tied for the lead, and you were 5 behind.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Larson was good that whole race, and then on the last restart, he won.
I want to thank the Bunn Sons for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight for our paint scheme review. Have yourselves a great night. Let's enjoy Darlington. We'll chat next week on the Stickers and Scuffs podcast.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day weekend.